Ravi Shankar Prasad of the BJP taking on Abhishek Manu Singhvi. We are opening up the debate. Gaurav Bhatia will join us in 5-6 minutes. Ajay Bose, senior journalist, and Saba Naqvi, political editor of Outlook. My first question to Ravi Shankar Prasad. Ravi Shankar Prasad, what a farce this is, isn't it? What an absolute farce that Amit Shah gets away when he shouldn't. A, he apologizes when you feel he has no need to apologize. B, you feel he has absolutely no reason to tender an apology, he tenders an apology. Very interesting. Narendra Modi says he has done nothing wrong, but he apologizes. So you don't mean there is no substance in that apology. It is a hollow apology that amounts to nothing and he gets away scot-free. I'm not comparing it with Azam Khan, but a lot of people are asking whether the Election Commission lost its teeth in the case of Amit Shah.
Can I reply or no?
Yes, please.
Normally, I have my great regard for you because you do your homework quite well.
Yes.
But in this case, you have not done. First of all, now allow me to speak, please. Amit Shah never acknowledged that he is at fault.
Really?
Election is the instrument.
Really?
To set right. Please listen to me. Or no. Election is the instrument to set right any wrong, sense of anguish or pain. Election Commission issued a notice to Mr. Amit Shah.
That's really wrong.
Amit Shah said, please wait for my reply. Even before the reply came, the Election Commission prohibited him along with Mr. Azam Khan because Election Commission felt that the UP machinery was trying to save Mr. Azam Khan. That order is, you have gone through it. Now, under three things. You may have seen me, you may have seen Amit Shah. We said we respect Election Commission. We have the highest regard for Election Commission. But this order has pained us. We'll appeal to the Election Commission to reconsider. Now, Mr. Amit Shah says three things. A, without a doubt at all accepting that he has committed any wrong, he said, if you feel that there is a wrong, I give you my solemn assurance of abiding by the Model Code of Conduct. He also says, we have the highest regard for Election Commission. A good bowler with a good line and length also at times makes no ball inadvertently. Mr. Amit Shah never entered Uttar Pradesh. Never challenged Election Commission, never uttered a foul word at all. In this light, the kind of language Mr. Azam Khan is using, provocative, hatred, trying to polarize, trying to criminalize, and now castigating the Election Commission day in and day out. In this light, there is no comparison at all. Now, if on that line, the Commission in its wisdom took a call to exonerate Mr. Amit Shah.
Come on.
What is your problem?
Ravi Shankar Prasad. No, Ravi Shankar Prasad. Ravi Shankar. Okay, hand goes up. Abhishek Manu Singhvi wants to rebut you. And I just want to say before Abhishek Manu Singhvi rebuts you, just one thing. I too have great regard for you, Ravi Shankar Prasad. And one of the reasons for my consistent regard for you, though I disagree with your politics very often, has been over the fact that you do your homework and you do your research. I think you got your research completely wrong today. Your facts are wrong, but I won't get into a quarrel with you at this stage. I'll let Abhishek Manu Singhvi take you on. Abhishek Manu Singhvi.
Sorry, Mr. Goswami, I stand by my facts.
Fine, I will contradict you in a minute.
I've uttered everything what I said.
I'll contradict you in a minute, but after Abhishek.
Okay, now let me... I only want to make 2 or 3 quick points. First and foremost, and I said so in Lucknow today, for us, as far as the remarks are concerned, both Mr. Amit Shah and Mr. Azam Khan are two sides of the same coin. Number 2, it is the difference, of course, is that as a party, we don't consider the SP to be a communal party. BJP is otherwise a communal party, but as far as the remarks are concerned, both fall in the same category. Number 3, Arnab, in connection with the very important issue which you've raised, we have the highest respect for the Election Commission, but I do find one thing awkward, anomalous, both as a lawyer and as somebody who sees the Election Commission as a constitutional instrument and institution. And I am condemning Mr. Azam Khan's comments and his lack of repentance and contrition unconditionally, vehemently. I think it is absolutely wrong what he said and what he did subsequent to saying it, unconditionally condemning it. But I fail to understand, Arnab, how, if I have done something as bad as Mr. Amit Shah has done, and if the Election Commission has stopped him, then merely by saying 3 things, A, that I am pained, B, making a reference to cricket, while originally Mr.
Which I think was in poor form.
Never played cricket.
I agree.
merely
On
saying
the-
this,
on part of
what
Ravi Shankar
basis
Prasad.
can a legally regulated institution simply, kind of give him grace marks? He can express regret. He says, I have pained and allow me, and it's a very vague, ambiguous, anomalous kind of statement. So there is no logical consistency. So I think that Mr. Amit Shah has perhaps not suffered the teeth, because he is now saying through Mr. Ravi Shankar Prasad that I did no wrong. But I express regret, I express a muhavra about cricket, and I am pained. That can't be a legal reason for letting him off.
Trivializing it. Trivializing it. Though I must say to you, Dr. Abhishek Manu Singhvi, that I too find it completely surprising how lenient you are towards the Samajwadi Party. Look at your argument. Look at the beauty of your argument, Abhishek Manu Singhvi. The BJP is a communal party. So if Amit Shah says something wrong, it reinforces the fact that the BJP is a communal party. But if Azam Khan says something so terrible as trying to divide the Indian army on its martyrs on Hindu-Muslim lines,
Which I
Azam
condemn
Khan has said
completely.
something wrong. The Samajwadi Party is not now normally a communal party. In that comment
No,
itself,
because-
there are oodles of hypocrisy. Abhishek Manu Singhvi.
Arnav, you're missing the point.
And political
The origin,
convenience,
the
if I may add.
history, the origin, the history, the philosophy, the thinking has not been communal.
Really?
The other party.
And what are the
is from
origins?
origin, thinking, and
What are the
Well, we went to a
origins?
larger debate on
What
that,
are the
but I
origins?
don't think in
no, what are
thinking
the
and
origins? What is
origins
the
are Loyite.
thinking? And
Origins
what
are
is the
Loyite.
philosophy?
Origins are Loyite.
What is
If you
what are
want
the
to debate
origins?
Arnab,
What are the origins,
origin
thinking, and
and
philosophy
philosophy
of a party that allows its
If you
leader to go on a stage and says
The
that the
origin-
people who conquered the Kargil heights were Muslim and not Hindu? What philosophy is that?
100%
Abhishek Manu Singhvi.
condemnable, completely condemnable.
Oh,
I
but
said
the
both
SP is
sides
still not a
said point.
communal party.
But the Loyite philosophy,
But the SP is secular.
if you allow me to speak without interruption, is not the same philosophy as the philosophy
This
of
is not a
Hindewar
discussion on
and
philosophy.
Golwalkar. If you don't know the distinction, then it's not my problem.
Okay, this is not a discussion, a treatise on philosophy. By the way, I have two senior journalists, Ajay Bose and Sabah Naqvi in. Ravi Shankar Prasad, before I come back to you, and I know you have a worthwhile response, I'll tell you why you're factually incorrect. Your greatest factual inaccuracy is over the fact that Amit Shah did not apologize for doing anything wrong. Simple English, Ravi Shankar Prasad, and you as a learned lawyer are a master of English as well as legal English. I read out to you. I give a solemn undertaking that in future I shall not indulge in any act that will be violative of the Model Code of Conduct. Sabah, does that not prove that he accepts that he has done it and in future he will not repeat it?
Yes.
The Badla comment, the revenge comment.
Arnab, I want to say to Ravi Shankar Prasad, who I met today and who is also a great friend of mine, I hope he thinks of me as a friend, that I'm so surprised that you and your party, at a time when your campaign appears to be doing so well, cannot see that a statement by a general secretary of a party, of your party, who's so close to Mr. Modi, can frighten people. It can be a terrifying statement, and surely a leader, as a party which is surging ahead in an election, you should try and embrace people. And and instead you're saying that he's not apologized, he has nothing to apologize for. So I just ask you, what is this? I mean, I would expect you to have a larger heart and to give an apology for a statement which can be misunderstood by other people, let alone the Election Commission. You are addressing the people of India, and they include all sorts of people. Forget about the Election Commission. I'm not holding any brief for Mr. Azam Khan. Please read what I've written so many times. Read the latest story that I've written about it. I'm not holding any brief. I'm just saying that surely the BJP and people of your stature have to now understand that he was talking about revenge against a community which is already backward. There is a certain history to what has happened.
But they deny it.
At which Mr. Modi and
Sabah,
Mr.
but the BJP denies it.
You know,
the BJP denies
denying that he even said that.
The BJP
yes,
denies.
Now even denying it.
The BJP denies. Ajay Bose, let me get Ajay Bose and Ravi Shankar Prasad. I give you complete opportunity to respond. Ajay Bose, the BJP denies Ravi Shankar Prasad, your position tonight, with the greatest respect to you, sir, is more than tenuous. You say he didn't apologize when I have just proven to you that he's apologized. B, you have not read the Election Commission order in which he says, I give a solemn undertaking that in future I will not indulge in any act that will violate the Model Code of Conduct. implicit assumption, you've already violated the model code of conduct. 3, Ajay Bose, I want you to tell Ravi Shankar Prasad what you think, because he still thinks that when he uses the word badla at a rally in a riot-torn Jat village in Muzaffarnagar, that the context of religious polarization is uncertain. I want you to put it in context for Ravi Shankar Prasad, then he can respond to everyone.
Let me assure you, Mr. Amit Shah did not make any mistake. It wasn't an inadvertent no ball. The very facetious comment which he made, in that supposed apology.
No ball.
This is reflective of what has been going on in UP for the past several months. That is the BJP and the Samajwadi Party, which I am afraid I do not agree with Mr. Manu Singhvi. It has now become as communal as the BJP. Both these parties together have deliberately polarized the situation in UP for electoral and political gain. I am afraid that this is a very dangerous and pernicious game which is going on, or no? It is not.
But does the BJP not see the consequences of this game?
At a rally.
But does Ravi Shankar Prasad not read the consequences of this game?
And this is a strategy by both parties.
But does Ravi Shankar Prasad not read the consequences of this game? I'm sure he does.
They will have to roll this. Very soon.
Ravi Shankar Prasad, yes.
Handle the consequences of this.
Ravi Shankar Prasad, Gaurav Bhatia, welcome. Ravi Shankar Prasad, yes, your turn.
With so much of barbs, allow me to make some comments, Arnav. First of all, Arnav, on the issue of election commission.
Yes.
Again, you are wrong on facts. Did I deny that he had not given a solemn assurance?
You said he's not apologized.
The first show cause, where he said, Arnav Goswami,
But
please,
Mr.
for
Prasad,
heaven's sake, allow me to reply.
Okay, let him reply.
Please try to answer what I am asking you.
I will answer to Sabha. Please wait for your turn.
Mr.
Okay, I'm
Prasad,
not
I just
sitting in a
wanted
press
to answer
conference.
about having
There's
a large
TV debate. Please wait for your turn. Yes, I will reply to everything if you have the patience. Or no, as far as the show cause is concerned, he clearly said that in a democracy, if you are pained, and the way the UP ministers and UP government did not allow the police to contain the riots for pure communal consideration in Muzaffarnagar, has left the people deeply distressed, pained, humiliated. If you feel like that, election is the occasion to set right the things, and that is what a democracy is about. But he also said, if you feel that because of these utterances, I abide by, I give a solemn assurance, which I said initially. Secondly, or no, it is very important that if you see the first order of election commission prohibited Mr. Azam Khan and Mr. Amit Shah, the election commission was angry with the UP government machinery to shield Mr. Azam Khan. In case of Amit Shah,
that's true.
FIR has been filed. In case of Mr. Azam Khan, in spite of provocative statement, no FIR was filed. Now today the election commission has taken a decision. Samajwadi Party, Azam Khan, Mulayam Singh Yadav, Akhilesh Yadav are day in and day out publicly castigating election
every
commission,
day,
openly challenging them, calling them like CBI, calling them the stooges of the government. These are important issues. Now coming to just two answers quickly.
No, but one second, Ravi Shankar Prasad, can I just ask you one thing here? One thing here. Be honest to yourself.
Yes, go ahead. Yes.
When, and by the way, Gaurav, don't come in yet. I know that you want to. And I know that you want to lunge in attack against the BJP, whereas you should really be lunging at Azam Khan. But my question to you, did you ever hear Abhishek Manu Singhvi question the Samajwadi Party, Ravi Shankar Prasad? The Samajwadi Party, which is insulting the Election Commission of India?
Please
did you hear them once?
A lot of questions have been asked to me. Don't be unfair to me. I'll reply to everyone. Abhishek Manu Singhvi's party is in league with Samajwadi Party. Openly.
Exactly.
Against Narendra Modi and also in this election. Point number one. Point number two. What Sabha said, Sabha see the conduct of BJP state governments where the Muslims are completely secure. Don't have those sweeping
comments. Don't change the subject. You're changing the subject now.
If you make that comment, that comment itself,
kind of
please wait, Sabha.
Mr. Prasad.
That comment itself of yours.
No, Mr. Prasad.
What is that argument, Mr. Prasad?
Against the BJP.
Mr. Prasad, what is that argument?
Right. But this kind of comment against the BJP, Sabha, is completely unfair. I deny that charge completely. Amit Shah, as the General Secretary of the BJP,
I'm not being
has got
unfair.
every right.
I'm giving you the opportunity
as far as Mr. Ajay Bose is concerned,
No. Mr. Prasad.
Yes, we are very large, Sabha, we are very large.
Mr. Prasad,
See the statement of Mr.
I'm appealing to the BJP.
Sabha, just a minute.
To be large.
Sabha, see the
I'm
statement of
appealing to
Narendra
you.
Modi.
I'm saying
how he
you-
has been openly
you may
saying,
run the country.
I
I'm
will
appealing
work
to
for the
you.
entire
Please stop your
community.
leaders
I will work
from
for the
making
entire
statements.
government.
Why don't
Like
you?
that.
You know,
You don't need to do that. Your party doesn't need to do that.
Sabha,
It's
please
an
don't
appeal.
do tutu meme with me. We are in a Times Now debate. Have patience. I am replying to your inquiry. Arnav Goswami, this is very unfair on the part of Sabha Bhumi Naqvi to use this occasion to castigate my party when Narendra Modi has publicly stated he wants to work for the entire country. So we have said, our manifesto is very clear. I understand that Sabha has a hatred against my party. I respect that right of her, but I don't need any certificate from Sabha Bhumi Naqvi. The ordinary Indians, the people of India, the Muslims of India are seeing BJP as an instrument of change. As far as Ajay Bose is concerned, I'm sorry Ajay Bose, you are not being fair at all. BJP is contesting these elections on the issue of governance, on the issue of unemployment, on the issue of price rise, on the issue of development.
So we should ignore
on the issue
Amit Shah.
of insecure India.
So we should ignore Amit Shah.
Not in Uttar Pradesh.
The JDU in Bihar,
Not in
the
Uttar
Congress
Pradesh.
party.
So we should ignore Amit Shah.
Criminalize the whole election.